The Premier League is back for the 25-26 season, and the only thing better than another year without an Arsenal trophy is a new year of kits for all of the clubs. That's what we are doing today here on Foolish Piece. We are tier listing every single kit in the Premier League and deciding who would win the Premier League based on their kits. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Pete, explain to us what's going on here.
Manolo, you know what? It's that time of the year. It's the preseason. It's where all your hopes and dreams and wishes are flourishing. You actually think your team might win it all, might actually win a trophy. Well, I don't know. We'll see. This is the fun season. This is all the fun, all the speculation, all the transfer signings.
Feels like all bets are off this season. You never know. You don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. So basically, the format here is we have our lovely categories that everyone has learned and loved over the past year. We have them broken down by points. So absolute class is 5 points, beauty is 4 points, wear it out is 3 points, decent 2 points, rubbish 1 point, and bloody dreadful is 0 points. We will calculate all of that and then see where everyone lies. I will say, and you know how in finance they basically say that past performance is not an indicator of future results. Well, if you remember last year's episode, we had Spurs winning and United came in second, and they were two of the worst performing teams ever. So this is not an indicator of how your team will do. So do not get mad in the comments. We warned you. Let's get rolling here. Let's start with down south on the coast, Bournemouth.
Bournemouth coming in with what I feel like is very standard fare for them. Like, we've seen this kit before in different variations, but honestly, I like this outing from Umbro. I think the BG88 is not a bad sponsor. It's not too bad. It is another betting sponsor, which we don't tend to love here. But the black and the red stripes, great as always. I love the collar on this. I mean, I feel like a solid wear it out, in my opinion.
Yeah. I'm like kind of looking back at last year's kit, and I kind of like this a little bit more. I like how there's more stripes. I like how on the edge of the stripes there, it seems like there's a more like highlighter type of accent, which is great. I kind of like this more. I like the nice collar, round collar with the gold trim too. I agree. I think this is a wear it out.
Now, what about their away kit?
So the away kit, kind of almost like flipping it a little bit, going with the blue stripes and the black with some of like the turquoise accents. Nice monochromatic badge there. It looks like this is an homage to 2011, 2012. So this is the first time that they're bringing back the blue and the black stripes. So this sounds like it's a color combo they rocked before.
I think it looks clean. I'm a little iffy on the blue and black combo. That's kind of like a typical thing for me, though. I feel like decent. I feel like it's a high decent.
I think this is a decent.
So Bournemouth starting off with a hot 5 points.
And moving on to the mighty Arsenal, some would say. Again, Mikel Arteta won trophy, and it was the Mickey Mouse FA Cup. Just saying, Eric Ten Hag has not been in the Premier League for almost a year. Still has more trophies.
I will say, Adidas cooked this year for Arsenal. Hate to say it. Hate. I have to put, like we said, we got to put the personal bias aside. Adidas cooked hard with Arsenal this year. Honorable mention to their third kit. We are not ranking it today. One of the nicest kits this season. It is crazy how nice it is. An unfortunately gorgeous kit, but we are focusing on the home and away. Somewhere between, it's like a high wear it out to a low beauty. I'm not sure where I put it. I like the sort of patterned embossed A for Arsenal going across the chest there. I like the pattern.
Yeah, the old English A there. Yeah, embossing has been a big theme this year of all the football kits, actually. If you look across the board, it's not just a Prem thing. It's like a La Liga thing. Some of the cool like hipster clubs have been doing that. Last year kit was nice. They had like the blue accents, and they had just the cannon as the crest.
I'm kind of going wear it out because I think it's missing something.
It is missing
the beauty.
It is. I think something.
I'm kind of thinking it's something with the. I feel like maybe like a little bit of blue accent. I do like that they went white and red monochromatic, but I feel like adding in a little blue flare might have bumped this up for me. I'm not quite sure what it is, what the solution is, but
I think this
I
is a
feel like
wear it out.
it is an easy wear out. It's still a very nice kit.
Yeah. Yeah, going with the dark navy with the jagged lightning bolt pattern, reminiscent of their 95-96 lightning strike kit. But it also has a nod to the Royal Arsenal Gatehouse crest. So I guess the cannon there, yeah. So, um,
I like this more than the home kit personally. I'm a fan of this one.
yeah, I think this one's cooler than the home kit, in my opinion. I guess I still think it's a wear it out though. I don't know if it's a does it jump up to a beauty?
I'm like kind of in between. I'm not sure where I lie on it. Like this one I do think is better. It's almost closer to a beauty, but I think the pattern is really clean. I almost am willing to say it's a beauty. Simply because I love the silver accent that they went with on the text. I think that makes it really pop well. The blue pattern I think is fantastic. It's a really nice kit.
You know what?
What do you think, Pete?
It's way better than last year's away kit. I thought the black kit that they had last year sucked. Not sucked, but I wasn't a big fan of it.
I think it gets the bump. I think it gets the bump.
I'll give it to the bump. So we're gonna say the away is a beauty and the home is decent.
The home is decent.
Or
You
not
wear it out?
decent. I mean, wear it out. My bad.
Yeah,
I misquoted. We're
okay.
rusty. We're just coming off vacation, guys. So like, give us some slack in the comments. All right. So moving on to the villains, Aston Villa. Solid season last year. I know they didn't make it back to the Champions League, but they made it to the quarterfinals. I thought that it was pretty. It gave PSG a run for their money. Basically, still going with the traditional colors of the claret and blue there, but with a little twist, nice little accents there, gold accents and gold piping.
The gold piping is good on this. I saw this kit, but I never noticed the trim around the sleeves and then the piping going down. Also, because we didn't bring it up with Adidas last time, loving this kind of like Team Geist throwback they're doing. Big fan of this. We're not going to see any of the Nike T90 ones because they're all third kits, but what they're doing with this Adidas template this year, I am a big fan of, and I think it works really well on this kit. Call me crazy. I think this might be a beauty. I really like this.
I think my only thing I would do to maybe enhance this kit better is I would have done a white round collar instead.
Maybe, but I don't hate I'm not bothered at all by the maroon collar. I think this is fine with me.
I think this is a wear it out for me. Like I think it's solid. I don't know if it's a beauty. I think this is wear it out.
I'll let you go. I'll let you go high wear it out because I think it's teetering, but I do think it's a very clean kit. This away kit doing a lot less for me. I'm not crazy about this pattern they have in the shoulder, and the only thing that's really doing anything for me is I'm glad they went monochromatic on the badge. Besides that, I'm not decent to rubbish for me.
Conceptualized as a tribute to the Bull Ring shopping mall that's in central Birmingham. And then it says the fluid lines on the sleeves and hexagonal pattern on the torso are specifically intended to mimic the futuristic facade of the Selfridges building.
Dedicating your kit to a shopping mall feels crazy, right?
Well, you got to remember, shopping malls are totally different in Europe than how we think of them in America. If this was a shout out to the Towson Mall, we have different stories.
But I can get like a town square or like the fountain or the tiles of fountain.
I think that's how you have to think about that, though. Is that
hearing the space for consumerism being dedicated to your kit feels doesn't really move the needle for me. I'll say.
I will say this though, I mean the colors are fine. I don't mind the gray and the black and like kind of like that nice like light silvery kind of blue. It doesn't really do anything for me though. I still think it's decent.
And moving on to Brentford, this is tough. Joma, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know they have a couple kits this year that are actually kind of shocked me at how nice they are. I've seen a couple releases from them, but for the most part, they are what I would consider on the pretty bottom of the barrel echelon of kit manufacturers. And Brentford keeping the Hollywood Bets sponsorship doesn't do this kit any favors. I don't even know if I hate this kit that much or if the Hollywood Bets just really brings this down for me.
The Hollywood Bets is not a good look. Hollywood Bets not doing any justice here on putting their name on a kit.
I came in a little hot on this one, but I actually think it's not as bad as I gave it credit for at first. But the sponsor's bad.
Yeah, the sponsor's bad. The sponsor is what brings this thing down a bit, and also that big ass spot, that kazoo sponsor on the sleeve
Yeah.
there, also god awful. I'll give you a little fun facts about this kit. This is celebrating their centennial like wearing of the red and white stripes. So they adopted the red and white stripe motif in 1925, and also like that mock neck kind of lace up collar, like that collar thing that you see up there, that black thing that's supposed to like signify like the old school laces. So I think that's kind of cool little fun design features about this. I think this is decent. Sadly enough, I just the Hollywood bets is what kills me. No Hollywood bets, I say it's a wear it out.
I still think for me it would be decent even without it, but this is low decent. If it wasn't an okay kit, I would have thrown this in rubbish. That's kind of where I'm at. But I'm okay with decent. Now this away kit, again, I'm a little conflicted because like I feel like at first I want to vomit, trying to like mentally erase the bet sponsorship, the Hollywood bet sponsorship, and this is actually a pretty clean kit.
You probably won't agree. I was going to say beauty, but I actually think really this is a wear it out. This is going with their bee theme, so they're kind of going with so they got the worker bee badge. Worker bees are huge in England. That you see that kind of symbolism all throughout England. But I just these colors should not work, yet they do work. And I think when you tie it in with the bee theme, it makes it even better. I say this is wear it out.
I kind of want to put my foot down and say this is. I don't think this can be above decent with the Hollywood bet sponsorship. I think this.
I think this is a wear it out. I think this is actually a really nice kit.
That's great. I came down for you for Aston Villa. I'm gonna need you to meet me down here. This is one of the worst sponsorships. This might be the worst sponsorship in the Premier League. It's pretty up there.
It's up there. Fine.
Here, I'll do this for you. I'll bring it to the top of decent. That's how much I like you. Now we have the Seagulls, Brighton, with another Brighton kit. This is about as trademark Brighton home kit as I think we've ever seen.
Yep, this is pretty standard Brighton here. I think last year's kit was better. I hate the thing where they do the striping and then like the shoulder is just one color and there's like a little bit of white peeking through there. Like I hate that. I don't mind the Nike symbol. I like the turquoise color in the Nike symbol. Oh, what the hell did that say? Kiss me? Kissimmee, Florida.
Wow, look at that. I have to say, I actually hate how they styled this here. These models,
oh my God,
these are styled terribly.
Yeah.
I see what they were going for. Did not work here. They did not cook here. Though they didn't style it well, I do still think this is a wear it out.
I don't think this is a wear. I think this is
really.
I think this is just decent. If you ask me,
I'm really not that passionate about it. I think I just like this color palette. I think the American Express sponsorship works well. I am a fan of the Nike, but yeah, I'm really not passionate one way or another about this kit.
Yeah, they were saying like they picked that turquoise color because you know how like some like when you have like public benches and railings and stuff, it has like that sea foamy kind of like that was the reason, but I still don't think it helps.
No, and then I think this is rubbish. This away kit, the purple just does nothing for me.
They were saying that this was supposed to capture the local coastline aesthetic, meaning that's why they kind of picked this color.
I actually hate it less seeing how it's styled here.
I think it's decent. I actually don't hate it. I think it's
seeing it on. See, this is the opposite of the home kit, where seeing it styled actually makes me hate it less. Yeah. I think I would like it a lot more. I am not a fan of the American Express sponsorship on this kit. I'm willing to put it decent.
If the American Express actually fit in on the central stripe, it would be
maybe be different, but yeah.
I think both of them are decent. Now, moving on to Burnley, shout out JJ Watt, minority owner there. Interesting. So again, Burnley, one of the teams that always rocks like the claret and blue colorway. Inspiration here you can kind of see with like the topography lines as the base, which I think is actually a nice feature there, showing the Lancashire landscape in Pennines. Castor on really a kind of decline here. They lost a lot of teams. The 96.com is what kills me.
I actually don't hate the 96. if it didn't have the 96.com under it. If it was just the 96, I actually don't think it's that bad of a sponsor. I think it looks pretty good here. I like that it matched the colors of
That's true. I
the
like
accents. I actually think it wouldn't be bad. Like imagine, just put your finger over the 96.com. It's actually a pretty nice kit, but you add it in and it almost like a little hard on the eyes. I'll be honest though, I still think this will wear it out. I think this is a really clean kit.
I think the 96 it's a little. I don't know if it's a little too big or not. It's like in that one. It's like a weird space. It's borderline. It's bordering like it's almost too big. But then if you made it smaller, it would look stupid.
I think it hit that middle ground just right. I truly think it should take out the 96.com, but I really like the topographic kind of pattern. I think they're like sort of like kind of like purplish maroon color they have going with the teal and the white. I think this is a nice kit though. I think it's hard for me not to put this and wear it out.
I think I agree. I don't mind. I like this. I actually do like this a lot. And then kind of doing they called it an icy blue base with a ripple wave motif representing the sound waves of supporters chants at Turf Moor, which is their home ground.
I love the amount of stretching these club designers, these like kit designers are taking. Like they're like really just like, this is dedicated to the shopping mall. This is dedicated to the sound waves of the. I like you. Just make a design sometimes. You know what I mean? Like
just say it's like we really thought this looked cool. That's it.
Yeah, like they're just like, well, this has to be dedicated to something. It doesn't. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like the Portugal kit with the tile design of Portugal. Like that's very clear. Like you know where that's. But this is. I thought it was like feathers. I'll be honest. When I saw this, it kind of felt like bird feathers.
It does
to me.
look a little. It does look a little bit like feathers.
I do like this a lot, though. I think this is pretty clean as well. Are you feeling wear it out as well, or I think it's a really clean kit.
I think it's a wear it out as well. I like the retro style collar and like the trimming there. Again, the 96.com kind of being cool with, hey, we don't mind what colors you use as long as it matches. And the monochromatic badge, not bad either.
I really got to give 96.com credit there. At least they're willing to like accept the colors of the club instead of trying to like do something weird on their own with the sponsorship. Really gives this one specifically really gives me like vintage Umbro.
Yeah, a little bit. I can see it.
But yeah, I mean a very good showing from Castor and Burnley, shockingly enough.
Mm-hmm.
Now on to my Blues, Chelsea FC. And I gotta say, this might be Nike's best outing this year with Chelsea. I think at least in terms of all three kits, this might be their best showing yet. I personally really enjoy this home kit. I think it's pretty clean. I wish there was a little more red accent. That's what they were showing. There's gonna be a little more red accent in leaks before this came out. But all in all, I think this is pretty nice. I love the pattern with it. I think it's an easy wear it out.
Yeah, comparing this to your Blue Flame one from last year. I hated the Blue Flame. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought that kit got a lot of hate. I was a fan of it. I thought it was perfectly fine. I didn't mind it at all.
I thought the Blue Flame over the year like just started to look dumber and dumber as the season went on. I agree. I think this is an upgrade here. It looks like it's basically it's inspired by the digital scans of civic landmarks in Chelsea. I like the Old Town Hall facades and stuff. So that's really cool. It works. It seems like I was like looking back at some Chelsea kits. Nike never
there's some red there.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a nice little feature. It feels like Nike never knows what to do with you guys. Like they can never just make it. Always has to be some weird wonky like base layer design. It's never anything. It's just like nice and clean, like simple and clean. Shout out Kingdom Hearts. You know.
Yeah, we've had a couple plain. We had one year that was very plain. It might have been the first year with Nike. I think it was very plain. But outside of that, yeah, they've really gone with funky designs. I think this is probably our. If it's not this home kit, it's the one from 2 seasons ago that had like the very reflective badge. It was kind of retro looking.
Oh yeah,
that might be
the retro one was probably your best one.
I think it might be that one or this one. But yeah, I think it's an easy wear it out.
Yeah.
Now moving on to our away kit. This is like an homage. I think it's been 50 years. The 1974-75 away kit. Very Gucci vibes is what people are calling this one. The Gucci kit. Just because of the color scheme. But I I think it's a beauty. This is like might be the best away kit I think Nike's done for us. It is gorgeous. I think it's super clean. I think it hits the history on the mark.
Last time they wore this color, these types of colors, they also got relegated and didn't make it back to the first division for 10 years. I just want to throw that out there.
Just want to throw it out there. Just saying. Just saying.
Not trying to deter you. Just saying. So be careful what you're saying. Be careful what you think.
Listen, that's fair. I'm sticking with my guns though. I do think this is a beauty of a kit. Maybe it's the bias talking. I don't care. This is a sick kit. I'll be real. I think Chelsea gets a big boost for these kits, for these kit ratings, simply because we haven't had a fucking sponsorship in like 3 years.
I was gonna say, like in its current iteration,
like these kits, like this kit especially with no sponsorship helps like a huge boost in my opinion.
If you get some shitty sponsorship like 3, you're fucked. All right. Moving on to Crystal Palace. It's funny. I kind of liked last year's creativity, but this is very clean. I think this is a wear it out. I like it. I like the white I like the white kind of accents there on each of the stripes, which is nice. I like the collar as well.
Macron did a great job. I think the pop of color, like this shade of red and blue, is really, really nice. Like this feels like kind of like a 90s kit. But I'm a big fan. I think easy wear it out for me, right?
Yeah, easy wear it out. And then
their away shit. Away shit. That's crazy. That's crazy. Their away shirt. I actually think this is very clean.
Yes, I think this is another wear it out. This is commemorating their FA Cup win against City, and to commemorate that victory, got to bring it in with gold.
Yeah, I just think it's another wear it out.
Another wear it out.
Now moving on to Everton, I think this is kind of garbage.
I think it's decent. I don't know if it's not rubbish for me. I was like wondering, I'm like, why did they go with the waves and like the wavy kind of horizontal? So if you don't know, if you've been living under a rock, basically, especially if you're a Prem fan, you know that Everton is leaving their spiritual home in Goodison Park, and they are moving into their new stadium. Their new stadium, beautiful new stadium, I would say. It's on the water, so it's on this dock, it's on this pier. So makes sense kind of why they went with this wavy design.
I go back and forth. I think the blue's really nice. I just don't think I can get down with the horizontal stripes. Stake.com is. I think Stake.com actually, I don't know if it's worse than Hollywood Bets, but it's pretty close.
At least people know Stake. At least like Drake gives Stake like some clout because he bets through Stake. He has a sponsorship deal with them.
Yeah.
Nobody knows Hollywood Bets.
I would put this in rubbish if you let me, but I'll go low decent. I think this is rubbish. I don't like this color.
This one is rubbish. They called this a wax yellow.
Wax yellow.
I got a description. I read this on ESPN.com. They said a creamy yellow, which is a subtle reference to with subtle references, I guess, on the sleeves there, to the industrial heritage of the Bramley Moor Docklands, which is where the stadium is.
Yeah, this is not for me personally. I think this is pretty bad.
They're hydrated. They're really hydrated.
I was gonna say this is some like well hydrated pee. Moving on to Fulham. This is definitely that like Team Geist template, but it feels like with a little bit more like old school flair in that collar. I kind of just think decent.
It's decent.
It's just very plain Jane. Like if you took away the Fulham and the sponsorship, this is kind of just like a workout shirt you find in the sale rack. You know what I mean?
Yeah, pretty much. This is
There's not much to really say about it. It kind of feels like a workout shirt.
Yeah, nothing fancy, nothing great. It's fine.
This is the only picture we really have of the away kit.
They just announced, so at the time of recording, they announced the away kit today. So there'll be more photos, but it's basically just this highlighter green shirt. They use the old school badge. Not gonna lie, never knew what Fulham's old school badge was. Kind of like this, way better than the current one they have. Is that kind of hot?
I'm not at all. I'm glad we're in agreement because I was just gonna say, I'm like, I think this is kind of a wear it out for me. I think it's like, this is kind of funky, kind of interesting. Like if I was a Fulham fan, I would snag this. That's kind of how I'm looking at it right. I'm kind of a fan of this though.
I looked at the pictures earlier. It's basically a plain like lime green highlighter green shirt. That's all it is with the old school badge.
All right, we'll go high decent. We'll go high decent. Welcome back, Leeds.
Yeah.
Back to the Prem with their fresh Red Bull sponsorship.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate because my biggest complaint with the sponsorship, I actually think Red Bull is one of the coolest sponsors across the board. My problem here is that they had to stay red.
Yeah.
I
But
think that's kind of like my problem.
you would think that it would kind of go better with this, but it kind of makes it pop more, but not in the best way.
Yeah, like I don't hate it. I just think it could have been really nice to see them go blue, but like they're not blue bulls. You know what I mean? They're not blue balls. They're red.
Yeah. There it is. I was waiting
But
for
I think this kit, aside from the Red Bull, which I don't even think is that big of a deal, I still think this kit is like, I don't think that's the problem with this kit. I think the problem is like the lack of like detail on the trimming. Like it's almost too just plain white. Because you can see along here, there's like like if they made that blue, I bet you I would think a little higher of it. If there was maybe the collar was just blue with this yellow kind of pattern going,
So they say that
it's just
pattern,
a little too it's just a little too plain white for me. It's
they're saying the pattern is a blocky tessellating pattern. It's taken from the iconic tile work that's found in the Low Fields Tunnel at Ellen Road.
See, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with stuff like that. And I think that pattern looks really clean.
Yeah.
I think it just needs a little more color in this kit to make it.
I agree. I think you made a good point about the piping there. How all the other like Adidas teams have had like that kind of piping that's coming down from the shoulders down around the torso. It needs that. I still think it's decent. I don't think it's
No. I think decent. I think this could have been weared out though with a little more additions. I think this away kit is a weared out though. I really like this.
Yeah, I like this a lot. I like the alternating Adidas stripes. I love it when Adidas does the alternating stripe colors. It makes it look so much cooler. It like
Red Bull going
distinct.
and Red Bull going monochromatic, which at least lets us know they're down to clown with the color. I bet you they just don't want to go blue because it's just like I feel like blue is just the polar opposite of red in that sense. But I like how if you can look, you can see the kind of like pattern stripes they have going here. It kind of makes it feel like, yeah, again, like that kind of like old school material feel.
It's like a reflective. It's like a kind of cool reflective material that pops, which is nice.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is just straight up super clean kit. Easy wear it out for me. This is about as Liverpool as it gets. Adidas cooked hard this year. It makes me miss having them as my sponsor so bad. Please take Chelsea back. We want you back. Beauty minimum for this. It's as clean as it gets in terms of like Liverpool kits.
So obviously Liverpool was the biggest team to change kit suppliers this year, going from Nike to Adidas. The Nike thing wasn't all that great for them, honestly. Like they had some nice kits here and there, but not as impactful as I think we all would have thought, especially since like LeBron James is a minority owner in Liverpool. You would have thought that connection would have been a little bit better. But this is kind of reminiscent to some of those mid 2000 like Fernando Torres era Liverpool kits, especially with that piping kind of coming down the side. Yeah, I hate to say it. It's nice. It is a beauty.
This is the probably best iteration I think of the Team Geist format so far from Adidas. And then this kit, I mean, I think this is a beauty as well. This is gorgeous.
This is a beauty right here. I think
the shield, we love a good shield here. Love a good shield here.
Love a good shield. Also has like that nice creamy like color to it that makes it feel a little bit more retro, old school. Has a little bit of more class to it.
It's just so nice. Like truly one of the best kits of the year. Adidas really cooked. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Moving to Man City. Sky Blues, baby. Bringing it in with a sash design. A sash design on the shirt. I don't think we've seen them rock a sash on the home kit before. I know they've done a sash on away kits in the past. The sash is alright. It's kind of like this futuristic looking one and not like the more classic traditional style that I tend to like, in my opinion, but it's like a little wear it out, I guess. Like it's not they don't do anything wrong with it, I guess.
Yeah.
They take a shot, they do some kind of like the sash looking thing. The sash is not terrible looking. It could have been worse. but
It's
it's
a
fine.
very safe kit design. I wish the whole collar was white. I think that's my only real gripe with this. I agree. I do think it is a low wear out because it does it like it's gonna look clean on field. I don't think the sash is offensive. It works. This away kit is super clean.
I hate to say it, it is. It is super
It's
clean.
I think this is a slam beauty. It's
Easy beauty.
the
Cool
metallic
bad.
silver. It's
Yeah.
got like kind of that puffy material. It looks sort of like a raised material, but the metallic silver just works so well. And also, let me just say, because I've noticed Nike and Adidas, now Puma doing it. Love that we're just all bringing back the long sleeves. I'm so glad the long sleeve kits are
The
making a comeback.
long sleeves needed to come back.
I don't know
Well, they
why
should
they
have.
got rid of them. They stopped making them years ago, and I never understood why. I'm so glad they're back.
I think I figured out why. It was basically at that time, Under Armour was coming into the game, and Under Armour was big in their base layer material. Obviously, the heat gear and the cold gear was a
Mhm.
big seller to them, and um, Adidas and Nike were like, we need to show that obviously we have our own. So that's why they stopped. Like they
Just to
cut
show off
back.
base layers.
They cut back to promote like that technology that they had, and I'm glad we're just. Other words, we're glad we're having long sleeves back.
I'm so glad. Long sleeves are. Listen, I'm a big fan of the long sleeve kit. That's all I'm saying. How we gave shout outs to some of the nicest third kits this season. I want to give a shout out to what I think is, without a doubt, I think this might be the worst kit in the Premier League this year.
Oh.
Manchester City's
Ah!
third kit.
Take
My
that
eyes!
Take
My
that
eyes!
Take that off the screen, goddammit, right now.
This
You're scaring the
is
children.
this is the worst kit in the Premier League this year. I don't think it's close. This is horrid.
This is horse shit.
Dude, what is going on here? Like the lime green, gray, gradient crest, raindrop. Who fucking made this? Like
Some acid rain looking ass shit right here.
teal Puma logos up here. There's so much going on in this. Like once again, like we've talked about, like I wonder like how the players talk in the clubhouse about how bad like some of their I want to know what Manchester City players are saying when they get on match day when they see they have to wear their shit.
Erling Haaland probably like walking in saying like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
It's crazy. This is so bad. It hurts. They're so lucky we didn't include this in.
All right, moving on to the better side of Manchester United. After a year that probably took 5 years off my life, I was more relieved that the season was over. And it was a pain watching us in that kit last year too, because that gradient design was god awful. This year, upgrade. I like this kit. It's a good kit. Not the best. It's not the best United kit by any means, but good shade of red. They do this design on the sleeves. It's supposed to commemorate Old Trafford. I'm not really the biggest fan when teams try to implement like a stadium kind of design into their kits. It just never seems to work. It's subtle enough that it's not like doesn't take away. I like the black piping. I like the black Adidas stripes. The Snapdragon works great. I think this is wear it out.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you here. Easy wear it out. My biggest thing is it kind of reminds me of Vodafone. I think that's why it works. I would love it if it was just a Snapdragon logo. But that's kind of like I think that's my big complaint with every sponsor like this. But this is far from an offensive sponsor. I think this is perfectly fine. Yeah, I think easy wear it out for sure.
And then moving on to the away kit. So this is we're using a dark purple and kind of lilac color. These are colors that we've actually never used before, which is cool. I like it when when Adidas or whoever kind of brings in colors that we don't typically use. Kind of like it with the white or the purple.
It also features the largest houndstooth pattern I've ever seen.
It's not the houndstooth actually. It's commemorating that 90-92 away kit, the classic like light blue one that everyone loves.
Yes.
They just enlarged that kind of design essentially. So I like the collar too. I actually like the V-neck here as well. And I like how they just use the devil on the badge too. Again, I would say wear it out. It doesn't hit hard enough to make it into the beauty.
I think it's almost there, but it is a very, very nice wear it out.
And then shout out, this is probably the kit I would snag this year. This is commemorating the classic Eric Cantona kit, the one where he kung fu kicked the Crystal Palace fan. Um, just for that reason alone, that's why I'm purchasing this.
I mean,
Also, it
easy.
looks pretty sick. I love these I love the color combos here.
It is very nice. I am willing to accept the shield within the shield in this crest here. This looks good.
Yeah.
Moving on to Newcastle for this year. Think I really like this. I don't like the Sella sponsorship personally.
Yeah, Sella sponsorship tough, but
It's tough. I think I would like this kit more. I think the Sella spot. It's almost like my eyes are like getting glued to it, which is like exactly what the sponsorship wants, but it's taken away from it for me. But I really do like the kind of like baby blue trim they have going on in the collar and along the piping. I feel like a safe wear it out for this.
yeah, I was like going back and forth because I actually really love how they use like that blue as an accent there. It's really nice. Kind of gives it a nice, distinct feel. So I was like almost willing to put it in beauty, but now kind of looking at the Sella sponsorship, this is tough. If you look, it's kind of has like the stripes have like those jagged edges. That's a apparently a shepherd's check edge, so that's kind of cool. Um,
Okay.
yeah, so I think that that's pretty. Um, I guess like it's a trim. It's a kind of textile pattern or something that they use that's very local to Newcastle up there. So I like it a lot. It's a good kit. It's a. I would say it's gonna wear it out. Hey, Saudi Arabia.
This is Saudi Arabia. It is known as the Saudi color. That's so funny. Which has been used by the club since the Saudi takeover in every season. The last time Newcastle's away shirt was green was in 2022-23 by Castor. I think this is rubbish. I don't like this.
Yeah, it's not that good.
I just don't think the design's good. I'm pretty whatever about the pattern, like a little like the circle kind of going on here, the wave. Meh at best.
Yeah, if you're a Newcastle fan, I know you're like happy that the Saudis came in and bought the club from Mike Ashley. Now it's been like 3-4 seasons of just a green away kit. You're tired of like the green kit, like you're just tired of like leaning, like really like leaning into this whole Saudi thing. I'm just asking a friend.
Yeah, man, this doesn't do it for me. This doesn't feel Newcastle at all, even though it technically is now inherently Newcastle. All right, moving on to Nottingham Forest.
I don't know if this is an official. Is it confirmed that Bally's is the official sponsorship? Because I've seen this without the Bally's, and if it's without the Bally's sponsorship, this is
This is
fuck.
plate. Yeah, this is very confirmed Bally sponsorship.
Ah man, if they didn't have the Bally's sponsorship, this was going to be a beauty. This was an easy beauty.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think the Bally's is that
It's
bad.
actually not that bad now that I look at it a little bit more.
The way you're talking about it, there's much worse sponsor. I think this is like a very middle of the road one.
When I think of this is the problem because I think of Bally's, I think of like the failed like local TV broadcasting deal that they made across like all across the US. They had like this Bally Sports Network thing and they had like a bunch of like local team broadcasting rights, mostly with baseball and basketball teams, and they basically were like bankrupt or they couldn't fund it anymore. It was like
Love that.
it was a total shit show of a situation. So my immediate when I think of Bally's, I just think of how bad that is, how bad of a situation that was. It's not bad. I actually don't mind that it's cursive. Kind of helps it even better. Kind of give that retro feel too.
Yeah,
It's just
I
it's to wear it out. It was going if without it, it was going to be a beauty. The easiest beauty I probably would have said next to like the Liverpool one.
yeah no I honestly took the words out of my mouth. I love the crest and the shield. I guess it looks great. I
Mm-hmm.
am a fan of this. Now we don't have any other photos of this away kit. It hasn't been officially announced yet, but as it stands,
Wear it out.
yeah, easy wear it out. This is super clean. Like
Yeah.
I like this pattern they're doing here. Um, the renowned lace industry. I think that's very fun.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, easy wear it out. We'd be able to judge a little better with more pictures, but as it stands, I mean, this is super clean. Moving on to Sunderland and our first and what I think is our only Hummel kit of the evening.
Welcome back, Sunderland. Back in the Prem. I think it's been like 8 or 10 years, almost 10 years since they've been back. It's crazy.
It is crazy, actually, now that I really think about it, because it doesn't feel like it's been even remotely that long. I want to like this kit so much, but the sponsor is really just fucking killing it for me.
Yeah, it is.
I
Why?
actually
Why?
think
Why do
I
you have to
actually
do
think
it?
Hummel kind of cooked with this pattern. I think it actually looks really good.
Yeah, if you look even closer again, like the embossing in the stripe is really nice. I don't know if there's another picture that shows that, but yeah, that's kind of cool. Love the collar, love the sleeve design. Gives it that retro feel. Yeah, it's really like, why do we have to have the W and the W88? Like, I don't understand. Why did you have to have both?
Yeah, man. Like if it just went one, I almost I think even that I'd be more forgiving. But going double sponsor like this or making them do it that way just feels gross. I don't
Feels
know.
pretty rough.
Decent. I this would
It's,
be an
you know
easy
what's
wear it
crazy?
out.
You know what's crazy? I still actually would wear this out.
Really?
I still would actually.
I
There's
I
two.
don't know where you want to put it. I don't care.
I say wear it out. I
I
still
think
think
that's a
I think it's a wear it out.
that sponsor's bad, man. I
I
also
know
wish
it's
Hummel
bad.
would just go with their logo instead of like saying out Hummel, but
Yeah, I agree. I say the same. I feel the same way too. But you know, it looks way better. You know, it's a
no, man. I think it looks worse with it. Like I look at this and I'm like, dude, I would want to take my like VLR chemical and get rid of that WW88. Like that's that, and then I think you have a really clean kit. That sponsorship is hurting it pretty bad. I'll put it there, but it doesn't feel good. And then we have Croatia. We have the Croatian national team. This is insane.
they're going with the old school badge.
This is crazy.
So it says it looks like it's a modern take on the team's 1988 and 91 Hummel kit. So Hummel has some history with Sunderland. It's adding a modern textural element.
It's rubbish. It's rubbish, Pete.
It is rubbish. I
This is
agree.
bad. This is an ugly kid, unfortunately.
I think when I first saw pictures of this, I was like, "Oh, this actually doesn't." Look... And then now I'm looking at this more. I'm not really a fan of that. Although there was a jacket there.
I actually like it more on person, but I'm still gonna say rubbish.
That jacket looks kind of cool. I kind of like that old school jacket right there.
What am I saying?
I kind of
That's
like
nice.
the jacket's nice actually,
Jacket's a beauty. Jacket's
yeah.
a beauty.
But we're not grading jackets.
We are not grading jackets. Now we are moving on to Tottenham Hotspur. Another sad sack of a season for a sad sack of a team.
I'm like, so it's kind of they like, for a while there, Tottenham was really just going more with just the plain white with some cool textural like elements hidden in the shirt. This and then last year they brought in more of the navy elements. This year they're continuing that more navy. I just don't know. I like the center stripe. I like the centering of the badge, the Nike, and the sponsor. Like that.
I think I'd be willing to throw this and wear it out. This is gonna sound crazy of me, knowing my previous taste. I think if they went not centering of the crest and the Nike logo, I think I would have put this in a wear it out. I actually don't like the centering here. I don't think it works as well. I think it's because of the AIA sponsorship is what makes it feel weird. But yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't feel. I don't know. I look at it, I'm like, I'm not a fan of it. I think if the sponsorship wasn't there, I'd have different thoughts though.
Mm-hmm. I think it's decent. It doesn't. It's not
Yeah.
like the design. If you scroll, there's more pictures down there. It's not a terrible shout out to the
See you,
legend
bud.
there. See you. It's like it's not terrible, but it's also borderline, like almost borderline training top vibes.
Yes. Now this away kit, I don't hate this. I think this
Uh,
is pretty clean.
yeah, a lot of people have actually been really liking this kit. It's kind of it's giving off the same vibe as like the city one, but the city one I think is executed a little bit better. Um, I say this is wear it out. This is easy.
Easy
This is a
wear.
pretty easy wear it out. I think
It's not
you
even
can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with black and gold, black and silver. The silver and
this
black.
is this is like I'm going out to the bars like at night kit. Not like I'm drinking at the pub kit. This is like I'm going out
Mhm.
drinking with with the boys kind of kit.
Yeah.
All right, now we're at West Ham United. I think this looks like shit.
Yeah, this is such a downgrade from last year's kit. Last year's kit was I was a real big fan of last year's. Um, they don't go with the classic, they don't go with the classic blue sleeves, which is a downgrade. They
This
just
looks this looks uncomfortable.
They also got a new sponsorship here, Boyle Sports. The word Boyle just sounds awful. Yeah, this is rubbish in my book.
Do we drive a dreadful just for the sake of
No,
it?
it's not dreadful. It's not dreadful. It's like it's not. It's too plain to be dreadful. If you know what I mean.
That's fair.
Now
And
this is a wear it out. I think.
this is a decent wear it out. The Boyle Sports is pretty bad, but I do think it's clean to get away with it nicely with the cream color. It's a hard base layer to fuck up, I think.
Yeah. When you do
this is a wear it out.
Anytime you throw in a nice cream color, you win me over.
Plain and simple, we're on the cream team, guys. We're on the cream team.
Yeah, I mean, shout out Milwaukee, Cream City. Like,
shout out Jake and Zach at Barstool Cream Team.
Yep.
We are cream. We are part of the cream team. And then capping it off, we have Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Again, I think Wolves has like the coolest simplistic badge ever. I think their badge is super cool. Their badge makes me actually like want to root for their team. That's
it's like oddly it's so modern and minimalistic, like, but it's been like this for so long. Like it's almost like ahead of its time.
So a kind of cool thing is that they have this kind of ornamental decoration in their base layer there, and it's inspired by Victorian era Molineux pleasure grounds where their stadium now stands. So the Molineux pleasure grounds just sounds like a place you go for, you know, if you know what I mean.
Some might say for some pleasure.
Yeah, some might say for some pleasure. Some might say for a show.
I think an easy wear it out on this kit. A lot of weird outs. A lot of like good showings this year. Yeah. There's a lot of weird outs this year. We're gonna have a lot of tiebreakers, I fear.
Yes,
but yes. I do think this is a very clean kit.
Black and yellow, the black and gold, like that color combo always works.
And then we have this teal and black kit, nicknamed Into the Den. It's fine, decent.
Yeah, I think it's decent.
It's decent. Fine. I don't have a lot of heavy thoughts on this one. It's fine.
I like the color. It's a fun color. It's a good color.
It doesn't really give me wolves, but like
yeah,
it's fine. Like this feels like it should have been a third kit in my opinion.
Yeah, but it works. It's fine.
Yeah, it's
decent.
It is what it is. It's like, and folks, we have arrived at our table. After some very careful deliberation, there were many ties that we had to go over. And through our own personal opinion and a little bit of bias, we have come up with your Premier League table for the 25-26 season based on their kits. Starting off in the relegation zone, we have Everton in 20th. You just can't get past those kits. Moved into a new stadium, and you're going right down to the second division.
Then 19th, Fulham. Hate to see the Cottagers get relegated there, but it's kind of what happens when you got super plain jerseys. This is when the plain jerseys actually hurt you.
This is what happens when you have no ambition. You gotta risk it for the biscuit, and unfortunately, they played it too safe here.
Yeah.
And then moving up to 18th. Honestly, I'm almost shocked that they didn't land lower for us. That away kit saved them. West Ham in 18th. Just a terrible home kit.
Terrible. It's just like from the how beautiful last year's kit was to just kind of shambolic this season. So those are your three relegated: Everton, Fulham, West Ham. Then moving into probably from 17th to mid-table here to 10th, we got Brentford. Brentford got new home kit this year, and a lot of people, the internet seems to like the away kit. I'm a big fan of the away kit, but Hollywood bets.
Terrible.
It's not sponsor. Hollywood. Not Hollywood.
They're lucky to have dodged relegation.
They are really. They were close. But that away kit.
16th is Brighton. Just didn't do it for us.
Not this year, guys. Just didn't do it.
15th, Sunderland. Would have been higher if not for a poor sponsor. Actually, solid kits.
Yes. The double W and the W88 just killing it.
The double W was not a W in our books.
Yeah. And then moving on to 14th to the chagrin of Sunderland fans, Newcastle finishes above their arch rival. Newcastle, great home kit. just Saudi Arabia away kit.
Moving up to 13th, we have Wolves, who actually had a very fair outing. From a kit manufacturer that I truly only know from Wolves, they put out just a very solid kit off the Pleasure House design, and it gave me pleasure.
Yeah, it was a pleasure seeing them get up this high.
Up to 12th, we have Tottenham Hotspur. Shockingly, a higher placing finish than they did in the actual Premier League season this past year.
Yes, this is an upgrade this is an improvement. But, yeah, just, the away kit just didn't, or not the away kit, sorry, the home kit this year, just not doing it. The away kit, good. Home kit, meh.
Moving up to 11th, we have Bournemouth. Just a solid outing all around.
Solid outing for Bournemouth.
10th place, welcome back Leeds, finishing exactly mid-table. The Red Bull sponsorship, not the worst, not the best, but I think they've got some pretty solid outing here.
Looks good on the away kit. Away kit was big.
9th place, Aston Villa. One of my favorite home kits of this season, personally. Very sleek design. Got to be very happy with what they got this year.
Yeah, shout out Ozzy Osbourne. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Rest in power. 8th place, Crystal Palace. Shout out Net88. Cockfighting.
They don't do that.
Great kits.
They do not do that.
Not according to our clip, they don't.
Yeah. Then moving on to 7th here. Shout out Burnley, man. Look at that. Relegated, newly promoted team getting all the way to 7th, Europa League qualification. If that actually happened in real life for Burnley fans probably might burn turf more.
And deservingly so. Now moving up to our top 6. In 6th place, Nottingham Forest. Honestly, great outing from them. That home kit was so close to being one of our highest ranked of the year. The sponsorship dragged it down just a little bit, but it's still, I think, a fantastic kit.
If they didn't get that sponsorship, could have gotten Champions League qualification. Instead, you're in the Europa League.
Moving up to 5th, a place that I'm sure Pete would love to see Manchester United finishing this season.
Oh my God, yes. If we get 5th, just realistically, real fan talk here. If they get 5th, that's a win. It's a huge win. You're jumping. We're jumping 10 places to 5th.
Literally,
that's a win. That's probably one of the biggest turnarounds ever.
And I'll be honest, if we counted 3rd kits, you actually might have been placed higher.
Yeah.
Moving up to 4th place, we are now in our Champions League spots. Manchester City. They're lucky we didn't count 3rd kits, because that's one of the worst we've ever seen. But honestly, a very safe home kit and a very clean away kit.
It is it is very clean. I hate to say
ignoring the 3rd kit, this is a year to be happy with. And I think the next 3 clubs are even more happy. In 3rd place, Arsenal. Honestly, a great 3 around. The home, away, and 3rd are all what I would consider to be pretty fantastic. Just great kits.
Great collection of kits.
Fuck Arsenal, by all accounts. Up the Blues in 2nd place, who I think, maybe there is a little bias, but I truly think they have some great kits this year between the home and away. Probably the cleanest outing Nike's ever had with us, in a place that I find myself to just be very happy with in the kit department. And in 1st place, and probably the most accurate positioning for this year, Liverpool. I feel like this comes as no shock to anyone if you are up to date on the kit game. Liverpool was some of the cleanest kits of the year, man, across the board. Forget the Premier League in Europe.
Yeah, as a United fan, I hate seeing Liverpool up top, but it is they're solid. They're good kits. I call it how I see it. They're good kits.
There's no other way to be. It is an all-around fantastic kit. And there we have it. Our Premier League prediction. But it's just based on kits. How did we do, guys? Do you think we got anything wrong? Do you think some teams should be higher? Do you think some teams should be lower? Let us know what you think. Let us know what kits you loved, you hated. Let us know what teams you'd like for us to review next. Please make sure to, of course, like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you guys all next time. Cheers, my friends.
See you guys.
Mwah.